I've had a couple of cancellations. My dogs smell like hell. I don't know what they rolled in. You can hear them in the back crying. I said to myself, you know what? I don't get enough exercise. And usually I'm chock-a-block sat in my little office room all day, not moving at all. Let me go and do something different this morning. So there are some woods. It's like a dog park, I guess, kind of, essentially, but it's not. But it's like a park, and then there's woods surrounding it, or a little bit of woodland surrounding it. And I'm going to take my dogs there. And afterwards, I'm going to take them to Pets at Home, where they have a dog bath, and give them both dog baths because they stink. The link. Another thing I'm doing by myself. You know, it's the strangest thing. I got these two dogs because I think I've said before, I knew I was sitting in the house all day, every day, and I wasn't getting any exercise at all. Just eating crap and getting fat. And so I got the dogs. I imagined myself, you know, in the winters going on long country walks, or sitting at home with the dogs lying at my feet, and, you know, being a country bumpkin, even though I don't live in the country, although I wish I did. And as soon as I got the dogs, I could find myself asking people, do you want to come for a walk with me? Do you come for a walk with me? Do you want to come for a walk with me? And then I'd get pissed off and angry when they wouldn't want to come, or they, you know, they would leave me to go and walk the dogs, or they'd turn up at my house and they'd sit for ages knowing I have to walk the dogs. And then when I'd say, well, I need to walk my dogs, they'd sit there and let me go off and walk my dogs. And then I kind of got used to it, and now me and the dogs have a wild old time. You know, it's like having, I said this before, it's like having kids. You want your children to have treats, fun times and memorable, and I know my dogs probably don't remember anything. Although when I put Rolo in the back a minute ago, he started to shake, probably because he realised that, or he thought, it's too early in the morning, she never takes us in the car, we're going on one of those long trips again. We did a long trip to the beach a couple of weeks ago. He had a whale of a time. Yeah, so, you know, I realised that I wanted people to come with me. I was not scared but anxious to walk out on my own, and this anxiety thing is a hell place to be in. It's a hell place to be in. That's for sure. Woken up today. There's a little bit of anxiety, but it's not anything compared to what it normally is. Probably because I've been getting out and about recently. You see, when you go out and you do these long walks, especially walking briskly, you walk really quickly, it helps to alleviate anxiety because, you know, you've got lots of hormones racing through the body. And the more you do it, like I said, the more you can do it. It's taking that first step, which is always the hardest bit, right? So, as I was saying, this whole anxiety thing can be hell. But a little exercise will lift your soul and alleviate, or help to alleviate, some of the feelings that come with anxiety. Brisk walking. Just get out. Just put one foot in front of the other. It doesn't have to be that you're doing what I'm doing and running around trying to have experiences. It could just be a brisk walk round the block and back. Sends a whole dopamine rush to your body. And what comes with dopamine? Feelings of euphoria, feelings of peace, feelings of well-being. At the moment it's kind of easier. I'm finding it easier because the weather's good. And I found myself worrying today because I know that winter's coming in and I hibernate during winter. So will I be able to keep on doing this in the winter? that's another story. Time will tell. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. So here we are. See, poor little Rolo. Don't move from there. Trembling like it's going out of fashion. Sit. So here we are. It's lovely here. More peace, more tranquility. You know, I've told you about this before. Get as much as you can. You know, look around your area. There is always got green space. You can always find green space. Rolo, Truffles, come here, sit. Sit. And he's off. Oh, I thought he was off. Come on then. This is a special treat for them today because we don't go out these early hours, mornings, rarely. Gosh, they've spotted a dog. They've spotted 2 dogs. When I come to this particular wood, it's a fantastic place to be at one with nature. Oh, it's amazing here. Again, so at peace, so at peace. So quiet. Normally there's no one here, but there's a chap up in front now. I don't want to catch him on video too much. They're happy, they've got themselves a little friend first thing in the morning. Again, it's another place where I like to pray. Talk to God and give him my thoughts and feelings. No, he doesn't answer me in the normal sense, but I get answers one way or another. People like to say coincidences. There's no coincidences, I don't believe that. So, usually when I come here, me, my dogs, nature and God, and not in that order. Should be God first always, of course. God first always. How wonderful is this, do you think? It's a treat for the dogs today because there's a little bit of open green there, but they've come across a couple of dogs already today. Look at the excitement. You know, again, you take your children and you go and take them to the cinema or, I don't know, some of these children's plays that you can get, like Lion King. I remember taking my son to Lion King, how excited he was. And when you take your children, you see the pleasure, you see the laughter, the excitement. It just fills your soul. And it's the same with these 2 silly dogs. It really is nice to see how happy they are when they're free and off the lead. And they can just come and go as they please. Here, I trust them here. They know it well, it's all very locked off. You'll hear me huffing and puffing because I am really unfit and I don't understand because I do walk most days. But I've been hearing myself on the video and thinking, bloody hell, you really breathe heavily, Sonia. How amazing is this? Behind that fence there, somewhere, the lady's got horses. And when it's hot, you sure can smell them. So yes, this is a good place to just shake off the cobwebs, You know, get some dopamine. Rolo, come! It's like a little whippet. Good boy! Good boy! Hello, Truffs. Okay, there they are. I talk to my clients all the time about self-care. What do you do for self-care? What do you do for self-care? Because we invariably spend our time giving to others and forgetting about ourselves. And you know, I always use the analogy of the oxygen mask. When you get on an aeroplane and the plane attendants are giving their little pre-speech thing, one of the things they say is, if the plane loses cabin pressure, mask will drop from the overhead bunker things. Put your mask on first. The reason they tell you to put your mask on first over putting it on your children or the vulnerable is because if you don't put yours on first, if you're busy putting on everybody else's, and something should happen where you pass out, there's no one to look after the vulnerable, there's no one to look after the children. So when I talk about self-care, I'm talking about just that. Put your mask on first. Because how can you give to everybody else? How can you look after everybody else if you don't look after yourself first? And if you don't look after yourself first, what's going to happen? Well, there's lots of things that can happen. Debilitating depression, anxiety, mental illnesses, psychosis, nervous breakdown, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, and then there's a host of physical illnesses that they don't really tell you about, but anxiety, you know. When we have anxiety, usually we're in fight or flight mode, and as part of fight or flight mode, the body releases cortisol. Cortisol's a hormone, and it's only supposed to be temporary so that you're ready for fight or flight. But if you're anxious all the time, if you're traumatised all the time, this way, and you've got a steady stream of cortisol constantly on your body, it's not designed to be there constantly. So, self-care. Today, this is my self-care. I've come out to get some exercise, lift whatever exhaustion I was feeling, because I was feeling really tired. And now that I'm out and about, I feel good. It's not too hot, but I feel great. There they go. They've spotted another dog. This is another part of the woods. Look at that tree. Said I wanted to hug a tree, didn't I? There we go. There we go. I love you, tree. Did I feel silly? No. There's no one here to see. Remember I said, symbiotic relationship, why shouldn't I hug the tree and say thank you? But how beautiful is this? Now this is very close to the town. I mean, I did come in the car, it's a 15-minute drive. But again, wherever you are, there are green spaces everywhere, and there are parks like this, little spaces like this. Rolo's disappeared. Truffles likes to stay close these days. They take it in turns, actually. Sometimes Truffles will disappear, but today it's close to me, making sure I'm safe. And other times Rolo will stay close and can't find Truffles for love nor money. And I can hear barking, so Rolo's the other side of the park right now. Unbelievable. I call it a park, but it's not what you would call this. It's called Pearly Beaches. So wonderful. I love being here. I love the silence. That's one thing about being alone that I don't have an aversion to, is the silence. I love silence. I've always loved silence. When I was younger, much younger, about 15, 16, I used to long for silence in such a way that I actually thought I wanted to be a nun, because I could imagine what it would be like just to be in silence all the time as they are, just at prayer with God.
All the same size. Oi, chai. That's not nice.
If he eats you, it serves you right. Come on. Come on. Bye. Bye. Yeah, I've never been afraid of the silence. Silence is when you can think a bit more. Having said that, there are people out there that find that the silence makes them ruminate and overthink things, and that's the time, you know, when you probably need a bit of therapy, or there are mental exercises that you can do to stop you ruminating. One of them is checking in with your senses. What are 5 things that I can see? What are 4 things that I can touch? What are 3 things that I can hear? What are 2 things that I can smell? What is 1 thing that I can taste? I used to be telling my clients all the time to do that exercise, and I'd never do it myself. And one day my head was just so full of second guessing and again more anxiety and worry, and I thought, let me try this exercise, and I did, and I swear to you it works. And if it doesn't work the first time, it will work the second time, because it distracts the mind from what you're thinking about. Morning. Today they've been so good. In fact, in the last 8 months, they're so well behaved. They come when they're called. They change direction when they're called. I tell them they're not allowed to go near the dog or near a dog or to pull towards a dog. They won't, for the most part. Things have changed. They're kind of growing up. They're 3 years old now. They were 3 on the 1st of March. Big boys. I've had them since they were 12 weeks old. Yeah. Well, this has been a nice walk. I didn't pray, because I'm speaking to you guys, but I'm gonna, no matter what you're feeling, being alone, being afraid to be alone, you don't have to be, you know. No matter what anxiety you may be going through, you don't have to have that anxiety. You can make changes. Just little changes, and it just takes making that first step, putting 1 foot out, taking 1 step, you know, 1 foot's in front of the other until you're up and running. And you can do it, even though it's difficult the first time round. It can be done. And even though it's frightening the first time and scary the first time, it can be done. I'm doing it. I'm doing it to show you. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay? Okay. What's nice about these woods is the smells and the colours. know, it's all different types of trees. There's greens and light greens and dark greens. It's such a beautiful world, such a beautiful planet. And we should experience it more. We spend our times being slaves to the system. And this is not a political broadcast. But you know, we work hard and then we work harder. And we're expected to do nothing but work. Pay taxes, sleep. Maybe if you're lucky, get a day off. But you need to take a day off, because if anything happens to you, they'll replace you as quick as you can blink. This way. Ooh, what's that? Someone built a tent by the looks of it. Let's go and have a look. No one's staying in there. That's strange, isn't it, in the middle of the woods? Yeah, look at that. Probably kids at some point. Rolo, Truffles, come, let's go this way. No, let's go this way. Do you see all the different shades of green? Hey. This is amazing. As I've walked, it's been up some little very slight inclines and got to avoid tripping on the various root systems. As you can see, I can feel the dopamine rush in my body. I can feel the lifting of my soul. I feel happy. Okay. I didn't feel unhappy to start with, but I didn't feel anything. But I feel lifted more so. That's what I'm trying to say. You see, there's that burst of colour in between two trees. So pretty. Of course, I am aware that those are poisonous. I discovered that I'd went to Wales one time when I was walking in some sort of park, some sort of woods. There it is again. I thought, oh, they're lovely. I'm going to pick those and plant them in my own garden. And then when I did a Google search, I was like, oh, no, I'm not. Yeah. Rolo, Truffles, come! Don't disappear like that. It's nice, this set of woods. You've got the green in the middle, you've got woods all around it, and then you come to this gate, and there's a park, like a little green park over there. I don't know if you can see that too well. It's got pagodas and all sorts in there. Yeah, it's really, really quaint. Just walk this way. So we're coming to the end of this walk. It's been lovely. I'm feeling alive. Ooh, I've just felt a drop of rain. One single drop. So just in time. Hope you've got something out of the video. And if you have, please, I never thought I'd be saying these things. Like and subscribe. Leave your comments at the bottom. And if there's anything you'd like to see me do, let me know. I'll give it a try. If there's anywhere that you would like to see me go, let me know. And I'll strive to do it. I've got some ideas. There's some places where I want to go, things that I want to see. Aber Voyage, I wanted to see that from the day it came out. So I'm on my Tix, whatever it's called, but there's free tickets or there's discounted tickets for standing room, dance room, and I just want to sit down and watch it. I'm too old for all that. I want to go to Vienna. Peruglia, I think it's pronounced Peruglia. They've got a chocolate festival. I'm a chocoholic, though I can't have it too much now because I get terrible heartburn, and chocolate causes the worst. Anyway, those are a couple of ideas. There's some more to come. Thanks for spending the morning with me. Have a good day.